Hi, this is David McCann for Elementor 360. Welcome to another 360 review. In this video, I want to look at the Page Builder Framework theme. But first, I want to tell a little story that illustrates how I feel about the theme. The year was 1991. I was finishing university and working nights and weekends at the public library. The public library was a perfect place for me because I love books and love to read. And as I shelved books, I'd flip through them looking for a good one to take home. And one Saturday afternoon, I came across a book that looked interesting. It hadn't gotten a lot of checkouts. It wasn't very popular, but it looked like something I would enjoy. That night, I stayed up late reading the book. It was called The Firm by John Grisham. It wasn't until a month later that it hit the bestseller list. I wasn't surprised. It was a sleeper. Because he was a new author, people didn't know about him, and it took a while to catch on. I feel that way about the Page Builder Framework theme. For a long time, when someone asked what theme they should use, there would be the standard replies of Astra, Ocean WP, or Generate Press. More often now, someone will speak up and say that they are using the Page Builder Framework. It's starting to catch on. There are two things that make a theme Page Builder friendly. First, sometimes people just want to use the Page Builder on the content. In those cases, the theme needs to provide everything else: the header, the footer, the sidebars, the overall layout, the fonts, and global styles. But more and more now, the premium version of Page Builders include a theme builder, where you can create headers and footers and the theme templates for your site. In that case, a Page Builder friendly theme is one that gets out of the way and lets you use the Page Builder the way you want to. Consequently, there's a range from content only to full theming, and a Page Builder friendly theme needs to gracefully accommodate both, however the site builder wants to work. The Page Builder Framework theme isn't for everyone. At one end of the spectrum, you have themes like Ocean WP, Generate Press, and Astra. They have tons of layout and style options. At the other end, you have the Hello theme, a stripped-down theme with no styling or layout options. The idea with the Hello theme is that you do all of the layout and styling using Elementor. The Page Builder Framework is somewhere in between. It is minimalist and feels a lot more like the Hello theme than Ocean WP, but surprisingly, it has a fair number of options. It seems minimalist because the options it does have been carefully chosen and crafted to provide just the functionality that the creator thinks they need. You might disagree. You might want tons of customizer options, or you might not want any. But I found that most site builders are looking for a happy medium where the theme and page builder complement each other. The Page Builder Framework has a free version in the WordPress theme directory. Note that the theme has exclusive 5-star reviews. As we step through a side-by-side comparison, we'll see that the free theme has a nice set of options for layout, typography, styling, and theme features. The premium version of the Page Builder Framework is available from the theme's website. There's an annual subscription option and a lifetime option. Both plans are for an unlimited number of sites. The website has pretty good documentation and a place where you can create and download a custom child theme. The premium version adds 2 settings areas under the Appearance menu and a number of advanced options in the customizer. I'll show these in this side-by-side walkthrough. To test the theme, I set up some test sites and imported the theme unit test data. This is demo content created by the WordPress theme review team to test that a theme is displaying content as it should. Here's a test site with the test data. This is a sticky post that is pinned to the top. Here's the blog page, and here's the default pagination. This page shows the image alignment, which looks good, and various HTML markup and formatting, headers, quotes, lists, and different HTML tags. Here we have some Gutenberg blocks like buttons, the cover block with a parallax effect, with a video background, a pink overlay, and a link. The gallery block, columns using the column block, quotes. Here are some embeds. And some layout elements. Now I want to do a side-by-side, the free version and the premium version, and begin by looking at layout options. If we go to the customizer, there are various places in the free version of the theme where you can set the page width. In the premium version of the theme, there's a theme settings page, and you can override the responsive breakpoints site-wide. For header options, you have the usual things, such as the ability to upload a logo, and you have the ability to set the logo container width for desktop and mobile, and upload a site icon. You have the option for a top bar, which can be one column or two. And you have the option to have text or to select a menu. And I think if you choose text, you can put HTML or shortcodes in here. In the free version, you have several options for logo, or in this case, site title, and nav menu placement. You can have the menu to the right, the menu to the left, and the logo to the right. You can have a split with the logo in the middle and the menu split right and left. Or you can have a stacked header where you have the logo on the top and the menu underneath. In the premium version of the theme, you also have a stacked advanced option where you can put content to the right of a logo that's left and have the navigation underneath. You have an off-canvas right with a hamburger menu and your menu comes in from the side, or an off-canvas left, or a full screen menu, which gives you a hamburger icon and the menu is a popover. And you have the option for a custom menu. For a custom menu, you can create an Elementor template or a Beaver Builder layout and insert the shortcode here to replace the default built-in Page Builder Framework header and navigation with one that you build yourself using your Page Builder. The premium version has some other header options as well. You have the option for a sticky header. You have the option for navigation hover effects, like underline. You can put a call to action button in the menu, or you can have a transparent header. In the free theme, it comes with controls for your mobile menu, so you can set styles for the hamburger menu, font padding, background colors, and things like that. The premium version of the mobile menu adds the option for an off-canvas menu or a custom menu. In the free version of the theme, you have the footer options of one column or two columns. Again, you can add text HTML, choose menus, or use shortcodes in the footer area. The premium version of the theme adds the option for a sticky footer. Here we have a page without much content, and you can see that the footer comes up under the content, and it looks kind of funny because you have that white space here. A sticky footer pushes the footer to the bottom, which looks nicer. With the premium theme, you also get the option for a custom footer. Just like you had with a custom header, you can create it using Elementor or Beaver Builder, Beaver Themer, and add the shortcode here. In the free theme, you have these sidebar options, right, left, and node sidebar. You can select the gap that you want, how wide, how much space between the content and the sidebar. You can have a divider, or you can collapse the space between. If we look at the content options, there's some general site-wide options on what metadata to show. the separator for the metadata and whether or not you want to show the author's avatar beside the metadata, the excerpt length, whether you want the read more to show as a button or a link, and so on. You have general pagination options. The pagination shows as buttons. For the single layout, you can override the defaults that we set in the general area. You can change the content width, change your meta options, whether or not you want to have a previous next link at the bottom of the blog post, and the style, whether you want the content plain or boxed. And if boxed, then you have some options. For the archive layout, again, you can override the defaults, and you have a couple of choices for your style. You can have plain or boxed. And you can show the archive in this default row format, or you can have the image beside the post as an option. This test data doesn't actually have any images for the blog post, but they would be to the left of the images if that's what you wanted. The premium version adds some more layout options. You can have the image beside the post as in the free version, but you also have a grid option. Let's remove the sidebar, and there's our grid option. We can put a background around the post excerpts, and if you like, there's an option for a masonry effect that you can turn on or off. A really cool feature of the premium version on this theme settings page is that you can have custom blog layout options for each of the different archive types. For example, on this website, I have a book custom post type. You have categories, tags. If you want to customize these, you can. Now in the customizer, I have a separate set of layout options for each archive type. In the free version of the theme, you have these typography settings. The text setting serves as the default for your content, so your font family and color and whatnot. Notice that there are a large number of Google font options here. And a cool thing about the Page Builder Framework theme is it will automatically copy your Google fonts over to your website so that those are served locally and you're not dependent on loading those from Google for your page load. The H1 tag serves as the default for the headings, so the font and settings you choose here will be the default for your headings. Although naturally the size steps down automatically depending on which heading you choose, but if you don't want the default, you can go in and override those. The premium version of the theme adds the option for Adobe Typekit fonts or to upload your own custom font. The theme lets you define two button styles, a basic one and a primary button style, and you can have a border with border settings if you want. Notice how the settings show only when applicable. That's a common feature of the Page Builder Framework theme to keep the interface simple. There's an option for breadcrumbs. So for example, here are the breadcrumbs, and you can choose which content types you want to show them on. And there are options for a 404 page, and you can add a search form there if you like. In the premium version of the theme, for the 404 page, you can add an Elementor template or a Viva Builder layout if you want to have special content in your 404 page. The premium version also gives you the option to define some social media icons, create a set, choose a style and color and whatnot. And then there's a short code called social that you can place in your top bar or in your footer area or in one of your templates to show the social media icons. I don't have WooCommerce installed here, but the theme adds a number of customizer options for WooCommerce if you do have it installed for the product page, the shop page, and the cart menu. Another thing that comes with the premium version of the theme is the scripts and styles area. This is really just a convenience option, so you can add like your JavaScript code or something, like for example your Google Analytics code, save having to add another plugin for that. And then outside of the customizer, in this theme settings page with the premium version, you have some options for global settings. These you can override in the customizer, and you can override on a page-by-page basis. There's a number of performance settings here. This first one is nice. You can compile the inline CSS from the customizer settings. That'll speed up your site a little bit. And then the rest of these remove or disable some old, seldom used features of WordPress that most people don't need. Then you have a white label option if you're making sites for other people. The last thing I want to show you is this custom sections area, another premium feature. This is pretty powerful. What it does is you can use the Gutenberg editor, or you can put in a short code here for a saved template or layout created with your page builder. And you have options on where to show that content. You can put it in the header, the footer on the 404 page, or you can use this hooks option here. And you can see there are a large number of hook option areas where you can put this specialized content. There are display rules for what type of content you want to show it on or exclude it from, and you have the option to restrict it to only logged in users. Let's create something here. Let's try the HTML block. And I'm just going to paste a div in here that has a message. This is a special message. Then I'm going to show it, let's see, before the header. We'll publish that. And now let's go take a look. Here's the banner. Obviously we could style it more. Now there's the option, let's go look at a page. There's the option to display the theme hooks. These are all the areas where you can put in custom content. So you can see there are a lot of options there. So those are the things I wanted to show you about the Page Builder Framework theme. When you're using it, it feels very lightweight and snappy. And small details like downloading the Google fonts and serving them locally, compiling the customizer inline styles, and the list of optimization options help to make the theme feel very fast and responsive. There's a lot of attention to detail, and I appreciate that the control of the theme offers the options to use the page builder when desired. There are a lot of unique or rarely seen features. For example, the ability to have a different archive layout for each content type, the sticky footer option, setting the responsive breakpoints, and the custom sections. This theme didn't copy features from other themes. Everything is thought through on its own merits. The Page Builder Framework has been a sleeper theme, but now it's starting to gain traction and more people are using it. I'm using the Page Builder Framework theme on the Elementor 360 website. There isn't a better endorsement than using it yourself. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something. If you have questions, please leave them in the comment section below.